Hi, everyone. How is everyone? I hope well. I know it's been a while since I've been on here, and more like about a couple months, right? Sorry, but there honestly been so much stuff going on that I had to focus and get shit where it needed to be for me. And in that time, I've a lot of good reasoning behind it. I've lost several people to death. I went back and took 4 more courses, each of which is a 57-hour course, not including homework, and all the look up the information crap that you have to do. Did some more work on my little house. I painted, actually. I didn't do a whole lot. I dug up my yard. Just stuff that I needed to do for me. So anyway, sorry it's been so long, and I swear to you, it is not my intent for it to ever go that long again, ever. I didn't even realize that it had been that long until I was just looking at the videos, and I had told my friend that, I know it's been a while, and there's all this crap on my mind that I want to talk about, but I don't want to jumble it. Oh, sorry. I don't want to jumble it all in on one because then it's like a rambling deal. So this is what I'm thinking now. I've had a cold for the last week, so I'm sounding pretty good right now. Anyone who's listened to me before, this isn't my complete normal voice, but it's getting there. And with that cold, I was thinking how appropriate it is to have a cold at the end of the year. So I started writing this in my tablet. And it says, most people probably wouldn't think this. However, in my opinion, it's allowing me to inhale all of the positive and blow out all the negative with every sneeze and blow of my nose. I don't know, things I come up with. To leave everything of 2018 that no longer serves any good purpose behind, and to keep and grow from all of what I call awakening points. All your ahas. Or if you finally rid yourself of somebody that you knew was dragging you down and you finally did it, or you changed your position at work, or the whole new building, you went and got a whole new job, or whatever, new relationship, whatever. How awesome to have this opportunity. Weeding through all the people, places, and things is such an enlightening experience. You have to realize that when you begin to feel distance between somebody and you are uneasy about a particular situation, or that you're feeling cluttered by things around you, all of this means that you have outgrown whoever that person is, or whoever those people are, or whatever that thing is or things are, and whatever the situation is that you're uncomfortable in. Oh, sorry, I got something in my eyeball. Yeah. And sometimes those people are relatives. I did that in 2005, and I swear to all of you, I have never looked back. I don't regret any of it. Any of it. I couldn't stand to be in any more of that negative, backstabby crap. I just couldn't. These people think they're better than other people and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, that's just not me. So I don't look back. And I'm happy with where I'm at. Where was I? I'm getting all sidetracked. Anyway, to do this kind of inner work on yourself, and realizing that things need to change, just solely means that whatever purpose they served in your life has already expired, and it's time to move on to bigger and better things. It's not like a big deal. I know some people, they would, rather be under a rock than to have anything change. And for me, that's just not the case. It's so enlightening and freeing. So out of all of this thought process, I was telling you, I have like a ton of crap that I came up with. And I don't want to cram it all in here because I just think it would be too much and too long. And my sister, who's actually my best friend, said, you know what? I love your videos. Go ahead and put everything out there because people need to hear what you're talking about. There's a ton of people out here who have been in any one of my situations who may not know what to do. Luckily for me and for myself, I don't get frazzled when stuff like that happens. I just move through it. I just move through it and go and be happy. Unfortunately, I know that there's a ton of people who are not like that because I've worked with many, many of them. So anyway, that's why I'm here. So I'll touch base on what I was saying in the beginning. 2018, I saw the death of 3 club brothers, motorcycle club brothers. And then my nephew passed away December 10th after a car accident. And my aunt died the next day, January 11th, just the other day. I've lost 3 friends in addition to this, and I have one who is passing as we speak. And I don't look at death like other people do. But I miss these people. I miss them, especially one of them. And sometimes it gets hard. But I truly do not look at death like most people do. I know that they're better where they are and they're happy and whatever. So I don't worry about stuff like that. As a matter of fact, I wrote, doesn't mean that I'm not missing them. Just means that I know they're okay. And they are. Then the other thing I was sorry, my nose is itching and it's running and it's dry. It's crazy. I had touched on in other videos was my breast cancer. And I just had another mammogram and my 3-month checkup and the blood tests and yada yada. And everything comes back great. But I have had what they call mastitis. And I believe that it's the radiation that has caused it in my left boob, which is where the cancer was. They're trying to tell me, oh, no, you're too far out from the radiation. But I think that's bullshit. Plain simple, just bullshit. Radiation doesn't go away. I've never had a rash on my boob before. It's something related to that. And I've never taken any medications, any. So it's no kind of medication that I was taking. I do know that when they gave me my radiation, I was burned. Let me see if I can get this down far enough so you can see. I'm not going to literally show you whatever. But I was burned from this side here all the way over to here, up to here. I have pictures of me where I'm peeling because I am so burned from that radiation. And they're trying to say, oh, no, it's in your mind. Yeah, do whatever. So that'll be another thing I want to touch on. The main thing I wanted to touch on was the cold thing, Hey, man, blow it out, cough it out, get rid of all that old shit. Let all the new stuff come in and be happy. Start the new year off with the smile. You can do it. Pop on some music or something, or go grab a baby that you like and hang out with the baby for a while. Do something to put your head in a better mind space if it's not in a place that you would like it to be in. And then a big thing for me, which was a major, major deal for me in the new year, and for what I was just saying, how you need to get rid of people sometimes. I had one individual that had been in and out of my space for a couple years, who was the biggest narcissistic, sociopathic, controlling, judgmental, nasty soul I had ever met in my life. And if I could find bigger words to fit that, I would put him in there. This individual is unreal. Oh my God. I'd never in my life met anybody like him, ever. And I never want to come across anybody like that ever again. To see somebody be like this was a huge shock to me because, you just assume people coming at you are going to be like you. So not the case. I don't know what climbed up his ass and made him the way he is, but God love him. He better change because he's a miserable soul. It's just sad. You know, he acts one way in front of people, and as soon as they turn their backs, he's stabbing them. It's the way he treats his children. Oh my God. And he tells them that he's got OCD. I said, no, he doesn't. The only OCD he's got is over controlling disorder. That's what he's got. If he doesn't have control of everything, he's not a happy camper. Oh my God, it's so abusive to the people around him and the way that he speaks to them. I would say, you know, the individual that he was married to for 13 years, separated for 2 or something, now they're divorced. I wouldn't have hung in there longer than a couple days, let alone 13 years. But she had grown up in such a controlling home herself that she thought that was normal. And then she found herself, you know, with the baby, blah, blah, blah. And it just took time for her to get away. And of course, he calls her, you know, the most horrible things that he could think of, wishing that she'd die in her sleep and all this happy crap. Look, you got somebody like that in your space, get the hell rid of them, because you don't need it. You don't need it. And if you're in a relationship with somebody like this, let me tell you, do not let them take your self-respect. Don't give them your happy. You deserve, God, you deserve to be everything you want to be. And you are worth so much more than anybody like that. Anybody like that could ever be to you. You're better off with yourself. And if you are in a situation like this, do me a favor. Please contact me. Contact me. I will talk with you. I will listen to you. But please don't feel like that's all you can do, that you can't do any better, because that is so far from the truth. So far from the truth. And there's a lot more to this story too, so we might make a video out of that one. I don't know. We'll touch on that one later. These are about like family members and how you sometimes just have to walk away. People that you just need to walk away from, jobs, whatever. Anyway, probably sounds like right now that I'm babbling. At least I feel like I am. And it's weird talking to yourself when you're doing this, but you know, whatever. I'm trying to see here because there was a good point at the bottom. Anyway, in a nutshell, the people that I've ridded myself of, I've just said, you know what? I love you. I don't have to like you. I don't like you. I wish you a good life, but I can't play this game with you anymore. I can't. Whoever it was, there was several family members, and then this one individual I was just talking about. Just because you love somebody or you care about them doesn't mean that you need to stay and put up with their abuse, whatever kind it is. You don't have to. If you're not happy, get on down the road. Because if you're not happy, that's your inner self telling you that there's an issue, that this is not a good situation for you. You need to move on. Anytime you start feeling uneasy, it's your inner guidance telling you something's not correct in this. And I'm not saying when you first start a new job and you're like, oh my gosh, it's so overwhelming. Give the new job a second. But if it gets very dready feeling, where you just know that's not where you're supposed to be, go. Go. And I say the first time anybody said anything crooked to you in a personal relationship, get out of it, because it's not going to get better. I guarantee you it won't get any better. Maybe dwelling. I wrote on there, am I dwelling on the past? No, I'm not dwelling on the past. I'm just bringing parts of my past up in these videos to show you that you can get past it. And just, you know, I'm not living back there, and I never have. I'm probably the one soul that I know does that the least. I truly live in the now and appreciate right here in the now. Sometimes you bring up the past and there's a reason for it, and this is one of them. You know, to let people know, look, you don't have to stay. I don't care if they're your family or not. You don't have to have relationships with those people. If it's not feeling good to you, You don't have to. You don't. Go be happy. Let them say you're selfish, whatever they got to say, but you'll be happy being selfish. Anyway, and then I just put down, at the bottom, it's what I call I love you, but I don't put conditions or judgments on my love for anybody. So when I say I love you, but that would be the conversation I would be having with the individual that I got to let go. Because it's like, I love you, but I have to love myself enough to understand and to know that the way you're treating me is not how I deserve to be treated, and I need to go. And just because I love you doesn't mean that I need to stay here and put up with stuff from you that I know is not right toward me. I deserve better, and I need to go. And I did do that, like I said, with several people. And I wrote on here, I love you doesn't mean I'm going to allow you to abuse me any longer. Because I love you doesn't mean I'm going to allow you to be anything negative in my world. And that's the truth. So I think that's about it on this video. There is so much to talk about, all the courses I took, and I'm a master life coach now. If I didn't mention that, I'm a certified abuse and counselor, and certified. I mean, I got certified in so many things because I wanted to deal with people with anxieties and depressions, and women mostly. I'm not saying it doesn't happen to men, but I'm going to say women mostly, coming out of relationships with so much lack of self-worth and self-respect and self-esteem because they have been torn down that whole time they were with those people. And I wanted to be able to counsel them and let them know it's going to be okay. So I put a lot of time into that. I came out of a 27-year marriage where I was told, bitch, if it wasn't for me, you couldn't have anything. You wouldn't have anything. I had nothing. I tell you what, the first big thing I bought myself when I got divorced, when I decided this is it, I went and bought myself a new truck on my own. I went and bought myself a washer and dryer. I bought myself a brand new canopy bed, and I bought myself brand new living room tables, all without him. Go figure. I was doing more without him in my space than I ever did with him in it. Ever. But we get conditioned. Oh my God, he loves me, so he wouldn't be, how could he lie to me? He wouldn't be lying to me. I'm really, I really am what he's saying I am. Bullshit. Bullshit, dude. Come on, you guys. And I know there's guys out there, but I know there's many more women. But even if there's guys out there in this situation, and I know there are because I have seen and dealt with some pretty conniving women, and they'll do whatever they need to do to get what they want out of you. The same thing with the man to the woman. So at any rate, blah, blah, blah. I really do want to do a live one on here, but Dana's busy right now. So I just did this, and I told her that I would go ahead and put a video up. And so this is this one. I hope everybody had a good Christmas. I did. Hung out with one of my sons and my grandson and my daughter-in-law. My ex-husband came around for a minute, more like an hour, hour and a half, whatever it was. My other two sons didn't show up. They said they were going to. That was kind of a bummer. Love you still. But I had fun. I went and hung out with a couple friends who are getting older and they're not very healthy, and had dinner with them, and that was nice. And New Year's 2019, I mean, it's going to be awesome, just like 2018 was. You just take your lessons and you move forward with them, and you always know, just keep inside of you that you are worth so much more than anybody who is trying to take things from you. You know what I mean? Take your inner away from you. Never lose who you are. Whatever you do, never lose who you are, and always know that you're worth it. All right, I'm getting off of this thing now. If you have questions or comments, you know where to put them. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back real soon, I promise. See ya.